Before this video starts, I want you to press the number 7 if you enjoy the current meta and state of NBA 2K23. And if you do not enjoy the current state or meta of NBA 2K23, I want you to press the number 9. Even if you don't comment on videos and you simply just put them in the background and listen to them, please take the time out of your day to just type 7 or 9, whichever one you agree with, because I'm very, very curious on people's thoughts. Now, 2K has been out for, I believe it's been like 2-3 weeks. I'm not really too sure the exact date, but 2K's been out for a while, and people know the main issue with NBA 2K23, especially on next gen. I play next gen, I don't play current gen, I apologize, but the main issue with NBA 2K23, at least on next gen, is to do with how much it costs to upgrade your build. Now, as much as that is an issue, and I don't think that's a cool way to market a product, it doesn't have anything to do with the actual gameplay. For the most part, I've seen a lot of people say good things about NBA 2K23, but now it seems that that is changing. So what I did is I went on Twitter, I went on YouTube, and yes, I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, I even went on Facebook. I actually am a part of the NBA 2K The community over there, and the reason why is because back in 2015, 2016, I used to go on there, talk about 2K, and I used to try to join like online leagues, whatever. You guys don't care about that. But at the end of the day, I went on Facebook and I wanted to see what these guys were saying, because these people who are a part of this Facebook group are very, very passionate people. And I actually found a post and I posted it to my community feed, and this is what a guy by the name of Andrew Washington ended up saying. He said, "If I'm being honest, we can blame the current way folks play 2K on these content creators. 2K wasn't always like this online, not until they, the content creators, started trying to ISO everyone 1v3 and score all 21 points in a game, and then the audience thought that that was cool and wanted to become quote-unquote ISO gods as well. The real ones know that team ball never left and it works, especially if you're playing with others that have IQ as well. It's better that way for sure." And the feedback you guys showed in the community is you guys actually agreed with this. The crazy thing about this is there's been people who have been saying this since I'm pretty sure like NBA 2K15. Now, after I browsed Facebook for about 20-30 minutes, I can't believe I'm saying that in 2022, I went to Twitter. Now, I'm not gonna lie, majority of people giving feedback on Twitter are enjoying the game. But there's also a certain percentage of people who aren't enjoying the game. Me, myself, I've said this before, when I get on 2K23 and I record videos, whatever, get background gameplay, I have a good time for the most part. Now, I've complained about this since the beginning of the game. I think I said this during my first video, that the paint defense was very, very inconsistent. And that seems to be what a lot of people are complaining about. But now that has tied to rim running. For people who don't know what rim running is, it's basically someone that doesn't even try to shoot. They just run to the paint, try to dunk the ball, try to get a layup. Because right now, in my personal opinion, once again, this is opinions, anyone's opinion can be different, I think paint defense definitely needs to be changed. So there's a lot of tweets that were going on. I typed in rim running NBA 2K23, and it's a lot of people saying negative things about rim running. Now, there's a lot of content creators who are talking about this as well. 100K Bandit, who is a very well-known YouTuber in the 2K scene, tweeted out, "Stop complaining about rim running and get better defense." Now, in these replies, there is examples of people showing their defense and their opponents hitting 90% contested, 100% contested. The paint defense is very, very inconsistent right now. And this even got bad to the point where Nade, aka Nadexy, who is also another very popular 2K creator, actually went on stream, and this is what he said about it.
Do you think this takes skill? No. So this is what you run. This is what you run every time you play me. And you think you're nice by rim running and dashing into the post. Anybody can do that. Anybody. I just showed you how to do it. I just showed you. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything but pass the fucking ball. That's all you do.
Now, this TikTok obviously wasn't the main reason of conversation, but as I mentioned before, there were a lot of content creators who started to pick up on this conversation and started to put their input on the game. So Chris ZT, who is once again another person who's very known in the 2K community, tweeted out this. He said, "These dudes are saying, finally a 2K has skill gap while rim running on 6'9" ISO builds." Now, I think we could tie this back to the Facebook post that I showed earlier about how there's people who are all making the same builds. Because if you think about it in NBA 2K22, you'll think about it as basically people on small play shots sitting there and running around screens and greening with like 90 plus threes. Now, if you fast forward to NBA 2K23, there's a lot of people who are now making 6'9" point guards and simply just running to the rim. Now, Chris CT's take on this was interesting because he also made sure to follow it up with this tweet. He said, "By the way, I forgot to mention that I promise this is not a subtweet to anyone. I saw a Cole the Man's tweet and it ain't about him. He's been good at every 2K. This is about these random dudes on Twitter talking about the skill gap, and they sit there and they use 6'9" builds." For any of you guys who are wondering what he's talking about in regards to Cole the Man's tweet, so Cole the Man's tweet tweeted out his actual record on NBA 2K22, and I'm not kidding, this might be the craziest record I've ever seen from someone who's not boosting. So Cole the Man tweeted out his record, and it's 773 in 17. Now, this also sparked the conversation because people were in the replies saying, oh, it's not that hard to sit there and run to the rim on a 6'8" or run to the rim on a 6'9". Now, he obviously went back and forth with some people. I didn't really watch Cole the Man like that in previous 2Ks. I do watch him a lot this year, and I can tell that he's actually good at the game. Now, there are two sides to this argument. There's some people who feel that NBA 2K23 definitely favors people to sit there and run to the rim. And if you sit there and you voice your opinion on this, you are going to get into so many arguments on Twitter. Like, for example, if you go back to Chris ZT's tweet, you'll sit there and you'll see people saying, oh, just admit that you suck at defense. Just admit that you don't know how to stop people. Well, in reality, a lot of these people who are complaining about quote-unquote rim runners are actually people who I believe would be decent at the game. Now, obviously, this plays differently if you're playing Rec or if you're playing Park. I feel like if you're playing 2v2, you probably have the worst experience with quote-unquote rim runners because it's probably not that hard to ISO someone and then hopefully get a blow-by and score the basket. But nonetheless, this obviously is going to depend on your game mode. But I'm curious on your guys' opinions because you guys who watch YouTube videos about the 2K community or YouTube videos about whatever, what do you guys think? Do you guys think the current meta of 2K is in a bad place, or do you think people should literally just play good defense? I imagine that a lot of you guys who are watching this video are voicing your opinions in the comment section below, and I'm very, very curious to read all of them after I'm done recording this video. But at the end of the day, if you guys have been playing 2K for a while, I've been playing 2K for a very long time. I've been taking it seriously probably since 2K15, and when I say serious, I don't think I'm the best player at all. I've been playing for a very long time. Now, every single year in 2K, not just in 2K, but in every single video game that comes out, especially nowadays, there is a meta to the game. And also on top of that, with NBA 2K23, this ties into the builds being so expensive. With the builds being so expensive, there's going to be people who are watching more build videos and making their builds based off a YouTuber's template because it's very expensive and nobody wants to mess up their build this year because they'll be spending hundreds of dollars. Therefore, there's going to be more people who have taller builds because this year, taller builds seem to do better than shorter builds. Last year in NBA 2K22, people complained that everyone was running around as a 5'10", greening shots, running behind screens, and people didn't enjoy that. Now in NBA 2K23, there's people who are not enjoying the fact that there are 6'9", 6'8" point guards running to the rim and just simply dunking the ball. Now, at the end of the day, if you don't enjoy that kind of play style, that is your opinion. I will agree, though, in my personal opinion, paint defense does need to be buffed. I played so many games where 20-30% contested layups have gone in, and if you have to green every shot, why are you allowed to just press the square button or hold your analog stick and a layup will simply just go in? Now, with that being said, I am very curious on your guys' opinions. Do you guys think the meta of 2K23 is bad right now? Do you not agree with it? Because at the end of the day, people are going to play 2K, they want to play it. And people are going to find a way to not like certain play styles. They're going to find ways to, make excuses for it, whatever. At the end of the day, it is opinion, but I do feel paint defense needs a buff. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm very curious to read your guys' comments on this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.